Welcome to the AI Campa Show. Let's talk. So welcome to the second season of the show. It's been a while since the last time we come here. So I just come with some news on some things fascinating for to share with all of you. The AI Campa is well known because we like technology and artificial intelligence, also gaming. I mean, I try to compile all in one single place, inclusive of for my other part. Of my other part is being a doctor. There is some medical things created by AI and myself explaining. So today we're going to have a mix of a little bit of all. So for is there is not a secret for the world. The technology is advancing in so many fields. One of the fields that I like more is the robotic, because I believe in the robotic is can help a lot of people who is going to really need it. And I don't talking about the robotics in as a not only okay not only as those robots they're going to use in companies or factory to increase production, because okay, so we increase production but we reduce the human work, or put it like this here, the human work or the men's work, and but increase the productivity, because in the end we are humans, so we make mistakes and we get tired. But the robots no. I think when it's something for mass production, for mass production, we can employ both of them. But if it's a small production, the the consumers or the people is going to be benefit because it's not going to cost too much, because of course they don't need to pay salary to the robots. So it will be more like something more cheaper. If it's going in that way, it's okay. So that's my opinion. So I in X, former Twitter, I have some videos there we're going to share and see how is that advanced. I want to share with you videos that I share and I like about robotics, but in terms of how advanced we are. Of course, still we are not 100% totally complete in this technology. There is still a lot of work to do. There is a lot of error still, but I think we're going there. Probably I don't know. I was not going to talk about years, because you know, 15 years ago, if they show you the videos that you are having right now, actually artificial intelligence was so limited. So of course you don't going to think that 15 years later now we are so advanced that we are. So I'm not going to say no. In 20, 30 years now. I will not go and say this kind of things. So we're going to comment each of them. So the first video I'm going to share, it's crucial because it's talking about balance. Let's go and give it a look. Okay. So we see these robotic arms. One is holding and the another one is just serving. Now you see it, the arms are moving, okay, very quickly and doesn't lose the balance. Now that is essential. Balance is everything. That's why the humans can walk in 2 feet. So at the same time, this is why it is important to see how much is the stabilization they have. So stabilizing in this area is going to bring us a good result, because we can move for surface. We're going to see it now. Well, now we're going to see it now. It's something else, because, for example, let's see this video. This video is very interesting. This is a robotic in terms of surgery, Okay, well, we're going to pause here 1 second. China industry news. This is a robotic. This is a not robotic. This is one advanced instrument for surgery for those who want to explore laparotomy or want to do a minimal incision. You're going to see why. This represents the camera, okay, and this is the arms that you're going to use. So all this is using right now in the world. They're using this kind of technology, okay. The material, no, sorry, the how thick it is almost like this thick, a little bit less than this one that we see here, and that helps to avoid major incision because before we need to, or still we need to open. When we do the overture, it's going to be too much exaggerated, too much big to we can enter and do minimal surgery. If you need to remove something, it's important. For example, now, well, not now, since a long time ago, but now we have the orthopedics, they use cameras, and laparoscopy also, they use cameras. So this is one of them, okay, and this one is one, and you're going to continue to see the video, let's play. They can do, you see, this is a corn. They can do what I say, you see, you can cut and you can suture. All right, so this is minimal. This is inside. This is a corn. This is just the being of the corn. You see, they can remove, they can inject, they can do a lot of stuff with this. All right. So this is the second video I want to show. And then we have this one. This one is amazing. The Toyota is making this kind of. This video I saw in Twitter also. I like it. But for Toyota, it is about. One wheelchair that can go in any surface. Now the steel, a lot of things is coming to my mind when I see this and being a doctor. For example, how much kilos you can hold in the chair. If the material is going to be very strong to hold that kilos and move in the same speed that in any, it's not the same on 20 or 30 or 50 kilos or more than 60 kilos, okay, that if they can move the same way, and also because they say that they can work in any kind of surface, but I don't know if it's really applied for all because we don't have we cannot have an example of that. What I was thinking is if people who live in mountains and need to escalate, that can be an option. I don't know, but it's still a good innovation. After that, we have this is amazing. This is one of the videos I'm more to like. This is a robotic. It's a robotic hand prosthesis. Now, all this is, of course, is used by computer. As you see, it's like a human hand. They can do all the tasks. Okay, for example, here is a lighter. Then we're going to see even the pressure that you can make because there is one device that they can calculate the pressure on the finger. You see, you can put in the socks, so the scissors, using the car, even the chopstick for sushi. Yes, I still doesn't know how to use it. You see, they can take small stuff, they given commands, and my question is going to be one. So this is here is counting. My question is going to be one only. Is how we can integrate. This is the thing of the pressure that they can make. Small pressure. This is amazing. And it looks like I'm hand with a glove, but no, it's robotic. The biggest question here is one: how are we going to integrate these kind of things with, for example, people who doesn't have hands for traumas or infection or anything? I think you will need to. We will go there, but we need to start to use them for these kind of cases, and not only for this one, because it can be for any prosthesis. If this is the hand, you can use it for the foot, or we can use it even for a complete member. But it's important to see that this is going to be attached to one command. So how are we going to command without being in a computer? So interneural links that can connect this with your brain. I mean, I think we're going that way to using chips to command, because we can identify in the brain, with the map in the brain, where is the place that is affected, that we can, the affected the zone that we're going to do the prosthesis, we can. But that's the thing. I mean, we need to still reach this kind of technology. We still don't have it. Then, okay, this is one video that I like it a lot, is because essentially that can reach three tribes or cities or town. They, for example, they are in emergency, or they cannot make they cannot have easy access to the main roads, because you see, this is can pass from one point to another one through a ropes. So the ropes you can pass there. So all, of course, everything we see in here is material which is not heavy, okay, and they are not carry on any kind of or item different than just pass through. But though, even though it's a step, it's advance. We can advance in improvise better calculation of weight, of course the strength of the rope, and all. If he can place in all kind of rope also, or need to be one special one so they can have a easy to grab there. So after this, I want to bring some news on the I shared also the technology. We're talking about technology now, and it is nice, because you see, in the technology part that we have, I found amazing. I found amazing. I found amazing that the artificial intelligence and the technology, of course, they are advanced, both of them, and they're integrated very well. But you see, I saw this. This is nice because you see, trust is dead. So I was when I do my opinion as a news, I found that you see, the era of fake news is over. But it's over in terms that the everything can be accessed now to the reality. But at the same time, we're going to create alternative reality. For example, the videos of AI, they are so much evident that they are AI, but there are another ones who are not. And in that part, artificial intelligence also is identified. This is fake. This is fake. This is fake because, for example, one news comes. Twitter is down. This is one example. So if Twitter is down, now I'm going to use the one for example. I'm looking for something I bring for all of you to also. I don't found. They can identify if that news is totally fake. Totally fake. So that is essential. Essential what now they are doing with this artificial intelligence. Not only to create, is also to identify. You see, new reports show that proving an artificial intelligence image is fake no longer stop it to influence. Even when we know it is a lie, they still share our bias. It's true. Even though that you know is fake, you will still believe it. Still having here one information that I will bring. I don't know when I put it. we're going to continue. Y bueno, that is the thing. So I'm going to now go with another news I have here. Is about Elon Musk say that he can confirm that SpaceX is going to send humans back to the moon with the Starship program. So of course, if you have the money, you can do this kind of travel. Imagine in your life, you are a multi-billionaire, because I think that is not only dollars, it's millions of dollars or thousands of dollars. And you already, it's a guy who travel, or a woman who travel around the world, and they just want to, have experience to go to the moon. I mean, come on. You have the money, you go. That's out of the question. Out of the question at all. So continue. In this year we get the Nintendo Direct, and also we get the State of Play. So both of them, they bring us a good games, a good ones. Okay. So for example, let me have here the list. Yes, there it is. You see, for example, State of Play just mark the God of War Song of Sparta. It's already go out. It's a 2D game. It's amazing. I'm playing, and it's just whoo, because I like this kind of game on 2D. I realize that I like these two games, and it's a good game to you pass time. We got the Rayman 30th anniversary edition. It's coming. It's already go out. It's the 13th of February. Now who is coming? Well, Ghost of Yotei Legends is a DLC cooperative that you can play with your partners in some missions. It's 10th of March is going out. Death Stranding 2 is for PC. It's coming out on the 19th of March. We have the Resident Evil Requiem that everyone is waiting for. It's coming out on the 27th of February, in 11 days. The new game Saros is already announced for the 30th of April. We saw Saros the trailer in the last the Game Awards. A new game of fighting is called Marvel Tokens. Is released also. The trailer is going to be a nice game. 6th of August. We have John Wick is supposed to come in 2026. It was announced with the voice of Keanu Reeves, which is very nice. So now there is 3 things here, or top, but I just mentioned this 4, actually, because God of War Song of Sparta was one of them. But there is 3 games that is going to be nice. So we have Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 is coming, the Metal Gear Solid 4 and Peace Walker. I think that was released for beta, if I'm not mistaken, or no, for PSP, for PlayStation Portable. Was released. It was a nice game. The another one is the remake of the trilogy of God of War. And you don't have idea how much I asking about this, because when Bloodborne go out, I say, whoa, they can do this as I'm going to mention later. And then I play the Last Fate, and also I say they can do that. I mean, they already do for PlayStation 1. We're talking about Castlevania. Castlevania will come in with Belmont Curse in 2026. We still don't have in the time, but it's an amazing. They do the trailer, and it's amazing. It's amazing. The game for PlayStation 1, the Castlevania, that game was too advanced for his time. I mean, for me, it's one of the best ones. And in terms of what I said about Bloodborne is because the 3D that we do in Nintendo 64 was not so good in terms of course, in the moment. I mean, come on, blow your mind, the 2 games. But of course, they can do something now with Castlevania, and now they're going to do. We need game for Castlevania for this time. We didn't have. So in that moment, in the 90s, at the beginnings of 2000, they released a lot of games of Castlevania. A lot, in every single console. But Now in this era, we still doesn't have one. Now we're going to have one in 2D, and I still wish that we can have one like a Bloodborne for Castlevania because I still believe it can be a good game. So that was for the part of PlayStation. So the Nintendo Direct for Switch and Switch 2 of now in February, they released some games nice. For example, we're going to have a optimized version of Hollow Knight for Switch 2. This already go out. We have on the 12th they release Mario Tennis Fever and Yakuza Kiwami 3 Dark Ties. So we have the tomorrow 17 we have the Virtual Boy Nintendo Classics is coming to the online packet, the super version online packet. Okay, I don't remember sorry the name, but it's coming out, so it's going to be nice to see this game that nobody, not all people was having access to this, all right, because only 1 year there was outside in the stores. And then we have the new game for the Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. We have follow-up anniversary edition for Switch 2. Resident Evil Requiem, sorry. Again, also, we're talking about PlayStation, and simultaneously is going to be also for Switch 2. The new Pokemon game, I always mistake. Pokopia is going to be released in 5th of March, so it's in a few days in 2026. Monster Hunter Story 3 Twisted Reflection is going to be on the 13th of March. And Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, another one, Final Fantasy VII. I don't know how many times they do it. It's not, for me, it's not the best game of Final Fantasy that you want to do a remake, because I am super fan of Final Fantasy VIII, super fan of them, but another one of Final Fantasy 1. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is going to be for Nintendo Switch 2. And finish to talk about video games. I want to talk about the history. So this is just the actual list of games that we're going to have. But this didn't end here. I mean, our history is not always perfect. And we enjoying a new era of nice games. But there was a time that was pretty bad. We're talking about the sentence of 1983. So 1983, I have in here one list also. 1983 was a time where we call it the video game crash. And this crash was done thanks to one iconic game, or is the guilty, or what iconic game, like Pac-Man. Pac-Man sold more games than consoles. Pac-Man. Also, one of the is labeled as one of the worst games in the history, E.T. the Extraterrestrial for Atari 2600. Okay? I don't know if it's in the same level of Superman, by the way, but what I know in the research that you can make is that even Atari need to bury the games of E.T. because nobody wanted. And the problem with Pac-Man was that the successful for the arcade was nice, but too much rush for home, and start to make some glitch, some bad, and then the people just switch on and switch off, but they buy a lot. Now, why this crash happened is because now you have only 3 consoles: Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. That's all. But in that time, I got the list here. Atari 2500, 2600, Atari 5200, Mattel Intellivision, Coleco Vision, Magnavox Odyssey, Belly Astrocar, Vectors, and Sears Telegames, and a lot of clones. Nintendo was still not there, but all this was because everyone can do video games. Everyone wants to go to do video games. From this list, probably the Atari Intellivision was the best one. The Vectrex also was good. and we had a Commodore also there, and so there's no way it's not in the list. But everyone can do games about everything. And of course, after that, we get more consoles. Until 1985, Nintendo got to America and start to making all these games that we see in here. Then we got Sega, then we got Sony, then we got Microsoft. But in the reality was that there was so many consoles, expensive one, not everyone's having access to that, and of course too many games and too many production, and in the end bankruptcy all, because all that right now is just let's say relics. You can find them in eBay if you want. So all these games and all these things is nice. I mean, the history of video games is fascinating. I've been playing video games since I have 5 years old. Well, my father given to me my first Nintendo was a NES. Nevertheless, no, sorry, my first console, but I don't remember to play, or if I play, I don't. But I remember the consoles. I remember was the television actually, the television Atari, and then what I remember to play a lot was the NES. Being facing all this, thank you very much for watching this new episode of the AI Campa. We see you soon for another talk like this. So let's talk. Subscribe. Give me your like. I will appreciate a lot. Thank you very much. Bye bye.